Hey guys, yesterday another winning day, Houston money line and Houston first five inning, both winning bets. And right now I'm sitting at close to 15 units of profit, which is amazing. And in today's video, I will share my play of the day, also best bet, which I think I will also share projected probabilities, my projected odds, and we will go through the statistics for this game. Those are all my projections you can see here, but I will not go through all the games today. If you want my betting model, if you want to analyze games and bet like me, go to underdogchance.com or click below the descriptions and you can get my Google Sheets betting model and you can make your own analysis. And let's go to today's bet. Uh, I believe that the best bet today comes from the game between Washington and Angels. Bookmakers have Washington as a small underdog, and Angels are a small favorite. Not bookmakers, but the market, because when you bet, you don't bet against bookmakers. Actually, okay. When I see on social media bookie killers, we beat bookmakers. This is completely crazy, right? Because bookmakers odds are basically combination of many things, including algorithms, including betting models, and including bettors that also form this price. Okay, but leave this for another time. And my betting model has Washington as a small favorite and Angels as a small underdog. My projected odds are minus 121, while bookmakers offer plus 116 on Washington. Okay, or if you use decimal odds, I have Washington at 1.82. My betting model has Washington at 1.82, and bookmakers have them at 2.16. Okay, so there is a value with Washington. I also have Washington money line at 1.5 unit play, smaller play. But I believe the best bet is something else from this game. But let's first check the numbers. Mike Soroka will go against Kyle Hendricks. Okay, so we have two pitchers. Mike Soroka, based on the stats that I have, 53 innings pitched so far. Both pitchers go around five, a little bit more than 5 innings per game. We have a little bit better, not better, but little bit bigger sample size from Kyle Hendricks. Both pitchers also negative record so far, but where I see the difference is in pitching metrics, where Soroka has slightly better numbers. Basically, in all those advanced statistics that I show you here, Washington's Mike Soroka is better. So Washington will have pitching advantage in the first part of the game for sure, at least if those numbers are correct. But if we check the bullpens, basically both bullpens sucks. And I don't see any advantage from Washington late in the game. That's why Washington money line must be smaller play, because they can screw this game later. But also Angels bullpen is not nothing. It is not much better. Okay, so this is about pitching. And if we check the hitting numbers, Angels lineup is better. You can see these numbers. They are overall better hitting team against righties. They also will have the advantage. So Angels is better team, that's for sure. But currently, as a team, they are close to equal. Even Washington has slightly better numbers right now as a team, and if we can catch this momentum, at least I can expect that this will be equal game in terms of hitting. And what I believe the best bet in this game is Washington first five inning. You can take money line, but I always recommend to take safer version plus 0.5, which means that if the game is tied after 5 innings, it is still qualified bet. I use decimal odds, and this is 2 unit play. I think this is the best play. If you listen to what I just said, so I believe Washington Soroka will have the pitching advantage in first 5 innings, right? They have better numbers, and if their hitters can also hit something and they can stick to equal game, then Washington is qualified bet here. Later in the game, both bullpens suck, so this can go either way. But if they can make a lead or something like that, also Washington, I believe, at plus money is a value bet. Okay, so this is my play of the day. And I also want to say two things. Someone asked me, what is better, to bet bigger stakes and play safer, or bet less and try to hit, I don't know, parlay or something like that. Okay, if you bet on sports, okay, and this is very important. If you bet on sports, you can be a winning bettor on the paper if you beat the closing line, if you, I don't know, understand sports betting models and so on, okay? But if you want to make money, you also need to understand how money works, how investments works, what realistic expectation, and how world and technology works, okay? If you are just one geek on Reddit and you're broke, very intelligent, computer geek, numbers geek, but you don't understand the money, investments, and the world, you will be broke whole life. Okay, that's why there are so many angry geeks without money. Okay, to win money with sports betting, you need to understand sports betting plus money, which makes sense, right? And if we understand money, just look at the richest people in the world. What they do, they try to move higher where they have much more money, and then I don't know, at the start you start with a little bit more risk, where you expect bigger ROI. Then you move to stocks, then you move to real estate, then you move to bonds, and at the end your goal is just to protect the money so you can beat the inflation, okay? And that's the goal. Of course, we have businesses, we have everything, but the goal is that you bet more, but with realistic ROI. Because the biggest gamblers or the biggest losers are those who buy lottery tickets, or play casino, okay? Because they don't have a lot of money, they're broke, and they want to hit that one winner that will make them a lot of money, okay? Even so, if you bet 10 American dollars, or if you have, I don't know, 300 American dollars in your pocket and you want to bet everything on one parlay, on one, I don't know, bet, you, because you don't have a lot of money, you want one big win, but those wins usually don't come, okay? Sooner or later you will lose everything, okay? And that's for sure for 99.99999% of people. And even that small percentage of people, those who, let's say, win a lottery, I think there is a statistic, big percentage of those people are then broke again, because it is all about the mindsets later, right? So my advice is that you it is better to save money and then take it seriously in the long run, because you will be much more motivated. You will invest your time, money, effort, and energy into becoming sports better, into betting models, into analysis, because you know what you are doing, okay? If you just watch videos, if you just follow on social media peaks, you will never make money, okay? You will never, and we know that, okay? This is the first thing, okay? Because we want to bet much more, not trying to hit parlays, one lottery ticket, but bet more at some point, but on single bets strategically, okay? This is the way, because you increase your chances of success, okay? And plus, you become serious, you think like an investor, okay? The second thing, which is very important, there is one very important thing, okay? If you finish your your lifetime record with plus $1 American, you will be among 95% of bettors that win, okay? So some people will say, yeah, what is $1 American? Yeah, but most of those people, if they check their full history on their bookmakers or how much money they bet, they're all in red numbers. They never make money, okay? A person who make $1 American at the end of his life, that means that he was break even, plus he beats at least the weak. So he had the edge against the others. Okay? $1 American is not, but this is among 5 elite percent of bettors. So if you make $1 American, okay? Right now, I'm sitting close to 15 units, okay? And if you make close 14.93% in 92 days, because the first bid was on March 27, I think, and yesterday 27 June, this is 92 days. And if you projected return, assuming compounding, is approximately 75.94%, that's 7.5 better than stock market. Or if we take a little bit more precise calculation, so you divide 14.92 by 300 by 92 days, and then multiply by 365 days. This is basically projected 59.25% better than stock market, which means it is around 5 to 6 times better than stock market. Why I say stock market? Because if you want to win at sports betting in the long run, what I recommend is that you start comparing with stock market investments. Okay, if you want to look at sports betting as an investment, and I believe this is the only way to make money. If I don't know if you're here to make money, or if you're here just to make picks and lose in the long run. But if you want to make money, you need to start looking this as an investment. Okay, and if you can make 10% per year, the richest people in the world, they are happy if they make 10% per year. There are even billionaires who are happy to just protect the money against the inflation. But uh, just let's say an average millionaire or something like that, they are happy if they can make 10% annually, and this is great. They are happy and they cherish this, right. But a sports gambler who never make any money, he wants to hit one big parlay and make, I don't know, 10,000%, which will of course lead to losing. Okay, so what I recommend to my members and everyone, you start looking at sports betting as an investment. Okay, and then you compare with stock market, because if you don't make more than stock market, then it is better to invest in stock market if the money is the only motivation, right? Because in sports betting you will need to analyze games, and you need to justify this somehow, the time, energy, money, and so on. Of course, if this is passion, this will be much easier. That's why I do this. If you don't have the passion, you will not have good chance to win in the long run. But if you make less than 10% annually, then it is better to invest in stock market. Just invest, diversify, and there is a big chance you will make 10% annually in the long run. It is always in the long run, not this month, this whatever, right? But if you can make 5 times better than stock market, then you're doing something well. Okay, because the richest people, the smartest people who have the best experts, the best algorithms, they are very happy to make 10% annually. But if you as a sports bettor have a system or have a skill to make 5 times or 6 times better than stock market, then you're doing really something well. Okay, and this is the goal. That's why sports betting makes sense, and this will only make sense if you invest enough energy, time, if you have well-defined system, if you can calculate probabilities, and then if you can play this with the discipline in the long run. Okay, and this is how you make money in sports betting, not by trying to hit parlays, not by following picks, being happy when you hit, because this is just gambling, and at the end of the day you will lose money. Okay, and that's those are my words. I hope this makes sense. Okay, whatever I say, I want to say something that I truly believe, and I believe that can help someone. Okay, I know that 90% of people will just ignore this, which is completely okay, because I'm not responsible for my advice. You are always responsible for taking the advice, taking the picks, because the world offers you information, and at the end of the day, you take the actions. And if you want to win, you need to be responsible for your actions. Okay, we the others, we just throw advices, recommendations, whatever. We just blah blah blah. Okay, but you're always the one who will make the decisions. But I believe, at least based on my experiences in sports betting world, once you start looking this as an investment, then you take it seriously. You're not you're not shaking about 100 American dollars, 300, because you know what you want, you know what you're willing to do, you're willing to put the effort, and you will make money in the long run. Okay, not like some people, they are just chasing peaks systems. And another thing is very important. I see that people who bet for 5, 10, 20 years, and then they suddenly discovered sports betting models. I don't know what they did for 20 years. And then they discovered sports betting models. And in the meantime, they didn't invest any of their time or money into books, into courses about math, about computer, about Excel, about Google Sheets, about statistics, about modeling. And then, so they didn't do this for 20 years. They were just having fun, watching games, listening podcasts, watching videos, and then at some point they discover betting models, and then they want in the same day in the same day they want to have the same skill, the same thing that I have. This is not possible. Okay, I can accelerate your journey to show you all the knowledge and all the videos and how to do this, but it is up to you. And this is a process. Okay, if someone is working in data science, or someone is math teacher, of course he will learn this much faster in 1 week. But if someone was just having fun for last 20 years, watching games, betting with friends, and right now he discovered betting malls, you need to go with the basics. Don't skip the process, because you will have a lot of problems. Okay, so it is very simple. Okay, $1 American is profitable result, and people who can make $1 American, they are winning bettors. Of course, an average gambler who never make money will say, what is this $1 American? Well, you didn't make even $1 American, right? The second thing, always try to compare with stock market, because this is realistic. And if you can make 5 times better than the richest people and the smartest people in the world, then you're doing something well. Okay, and if you have this skill, this is very valuable skill, and people are willing to pay a lot of money to have this skill. Okay, not most people are willing to put the effort to have this skill, but you know, if you can make 5 times better than stock market, then you are doing well, and this is the game. And of course, you cannot, how Warren Buffett say, you cannot make 9 kids in 1 month by impregnating, I don't know, 9 women or something like that. So you cannot just skip the process. Okay, but everything is possible. Okay, if you sit down, you start with basics, you can do this in 1 week, in 1 month, and even if this is 3 months, and then you have a skill for a lifetime, so you can analyze games, actually make probabilities, make the bets, understand how the markets works, understand how betting models works, how you can analyze other sports, you try build other sports and so on, which is amazing, because most people will never do this. And this is where you get that edge, and this is where you can actually become among 5% of people who can actually use sports betting as an investment and make money, and that can benefit their life. Okay, that's just my opinion, and that is my last opinion. As I said, I will show you how to create this table. Okay, so at least start using some spreadsheets. Okay, so you don't watch just ESPN or podcasts or my videos or the social media piece, because this is, you will never make money. So I will show you how you can scrape the data, how you can use vertical lookup function, and at least you can have a table where you will type the teams, and you can compare quickly the numbers. Okay, of course, this is reserved for me and for those who join my courses and betting models, but I will show you how to do this, and I think it will be helpful, because I will show you step by step, and this is something everyone should have. If you are not serious about winning money, at least you will have better fun with spreadsheets. Okay, and of course, always bet with computers. Okay, every single one who is using mobile phone, if you watch this video with mobile phone and then you bet, maybe you will win this bet, but you will lose money. Okay, you will lose money. I can guarantee you. You can come back, and even if I will make a profit, even if I will win seasons, you will lose money. People who bet with mobile phones, they will always lose. And I will tell you a quick story about myself. When I'm betting for 25 years. Okay, and when I was younger, at some point I had first computer, and then I had HP. Okay, laptop, and then I was broke. I lost my bankroll, and then I started working, and I started building bankroll back, and I finally made, I don't know, something like 10K or something like that. Okay, and then my computer crashed. Okay, so what should I do? So I was working hard to get that, I don't know, 10K or whatever, which was big money, because I was broke. And then I decided, okay, I need to buy a computer. Okay, because without computer I cannot bet, I cannot analyze games, I cannot sit down, I cannot build betting models, I cannot do anything. Okay, betting is when you sit down, make a coffee, put headphones if you need, play meditation music, focus on numbers, focus on details, and simply bet. Some people will say, this is not for me. Of course, money is not for you. That's completely okay. But you will not win at sports betting. Okay. So what I did, it was very hard, but I took that, I think it was 3,000, and I bought my first Mac back then. And it was much better investment, because with Mac, I was making quicker analysis. I created better betting models and everything else, because without computer, you will never win at sports betting. Okay, I will say one more time. If you don't sit down and if you use only mobile phone, you will not make money at sports betting. You're losing money. Okay, you're losing. Thank you, because bookmakers can pay us, but you're losing. You will never make money in sports betting. I have never seen anyone who is betting with a mobile phone and he makes money. Someone commented on social media that he's betting with mobile phones for years. But my next question was, are you profitable? Because those are two completely different things. Betting for 5, 10 years, or being successful for 5, 10 years. And he didn't respond, because people who use mobile phones, they don't make money. They don't make money. And I no better will make money with just mobile phone, unless, I don't know, I will make you analyze this and bet for, or something like that. But you, as a sports better, you need to transform into analytical sports better if you want to make money. Nobody will make analysis and bets for you. This is a solo game. Okay, this is always a solo game. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you for watching. See you next time.